Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator on Sosnovka. Got harvesting going on, and that's a good thing. So been thinking about what I want to do here and like what am I thinking about for the series. So I think I'm gonna call the series done when I've been able to produce everything, like all the different game options, and have called it $1 million in the bank. After all that. So baling, potatoes, wood chips, several things still to go. But today, thinking about baling. So financially, got $200,000 in loan availability, another 119 in cash. Getting ready to have some tractors idling from harvesting. So let's talk about baling. I've got straw ready to go on that field. So the first thing I want to look at is a windrower. That takes the rows and basically combines them. This 19-meter windrower is very cool, but he's pretty expensive. This guy is not quite as big, but he's a significantly better price. So I think I'm going to go with this guy. And you'll notice at 90 horsepower, lots of different tractors can pull him. 130, also pretty easy to get, but if we look at the tractors that we have, this guy can easily pull him. This guy, it would be questionable. All right, obviously the Puma could do it. The Major 80 would be questionable again. The 120 would be fine. So I've got a couple tractors that can pull the windrower. Okay, so the next thing we want, if we want to do hay, we're going to need a tedder. I like this one because I hook it up basically in place of the forage wagon. He works great, and he's relatively inexpensive. The one to look at that I'm not quite sure about is this baler. He needs 122 horsepower. I think the Puma can do that. Let me go check. Yeah, the Puma should be fine. Alright, so there we go. I remember that baler being very heavy. And, oh, the last thing is also under baling technology, this guy, because I really dislike picking up bales. I will need to get a bale fork for the loader as well. So all that, we're going to have to take out some loan. I think I calculated up it's going to be about 100,000 in loan. So let me do that. All right, and now we want the baler. That's the biggest thing. It's also on sale. I like the square baler, not the round baler. Just personal preference, honestly. I like that this guy automatically dumps out bales. You don't have to stop and dump it out. So I'm going to go with that. And I like the auto stack trailer. Go ahead and get the windrower. And that's what we need to do straw. For doing hay, we'll need this guy as well. I'll go ahead and buy it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. And that leaves us with $16,000 for continuing to do things. Let's just go see if the west lawn needs mowing real quick. It does. That'll be a decent $7,000 for the course play guy to go pull in. If I remember to accept it. And let's pick up our farm to west lawn transfer course. And go ahead and do that. Ooh. I wish there was a setting like nearest waypoint ahead of you. That would be useful. Right, so this guy we're going to need the Puma for doing the baler, so he's got a little bit of time left. Although I think the Dutzfar can do it too. But first, we've got several pieces of equipment to move to the farm, and I think the New Holland is going to be our choice for that once he finishes harvesting. So he is almost done. In fact, once he unloads this time, I think the Neva will be able to finish on its internal tank. Oh, great demand at the biogas plant for silage. That's enough to make me change plans for just a minute. One of the things I don't know if I've shown on camera yet is that I have the course set up for one of the silos of the biogas plant, and I think I'm going to go build another one because with a great demand in place, yeah, he's at 1500. It's basically 2x. I'm going to go empty a silo real quick. Let's go drop this off, and then I'll go walk through the unload course, make sure I've got that set up correctly. I can't remember if I did. I don't think I set recordings for all of them. Right, he will need his front loader and a rear weight along with a bucket. I've got somebody slipping. Oh, I must have forgotten to tell him to stop at the end of the course. Let's load the West Lawn Mowing course, run it as field work from the first waypoint, and go for it. There we are. I'm going to pick up one of the heavier weights, just because I've had trouble with this this loader tipping before. So I think I remember building a transfer course, farm to biogas. Alright, he'll be there in a minute. Alright, this guy's doing fine. This guy's doing what he's supposed to do. I'll move some equipment over to the farm for baling once I get the New Holland doing his stuff. Okay, the Neva is done. Unfortunately, I tried off camera to line up right on the silo and see if I could just dump from this guy directly into the silo. Didn't work. Oh well. Worth a try. Just going to park him right here, and next time I'm controlling something with a trailer, I'll come take care of that. Yeah, this guy's probably in good shape to go dump. I'll just control him. still having problems with the Puma needing to be unloaded with sugar beets. I think I've got enough sugar beets for right now. They haven't been on great demand, and I haven't taken the effort to sell them without that incentive. So I think we're up to 450,000 liters of sugar beets. Just just a few. It'll be awesome when we sell them, though. Right. Not sure what he's trying to do. I'll just let him go dump and see if I can pick up the course from there. And now the New Holland is slipping, probably because I forgot to tell him to stop at the end of the course. I always forget to do that. Yep. I have no idea how he got over here. Alright, let me go get the... What is he doing? Okay, field 15, unload grain, drive course. Where's he? I don't know where he's trying to start. I honestly don't know what he's doing. He's not even following the course. I wonder if it's because I stopped him while he was waiting rather than while he was trying to go unload. Maybe maybe he's in the state to be on the field and wanting to go to the combine. Let's try that. Okay. So he started that course. Now let's act like he's coming back, and okay, he seems to be doing okay, so we'll just go with that. No idea. Did I? Okay, he's set up to use that combine, so good. And since I've already said that I want to do wood chips at some point, I'm going to have to find a better place to put my combines. Maybe later. Alright, so unload that course. What we're looking for, okay, I only have biogas 1 set up as a course, so let's set up the next course. We're going to do silage cell BGA2. And we're going to make this a load and unload shovel course. Start him right there, looks good. Move forward to here. And that's where we want to go into unload position. It's important to drive very straight through here. that's the... Oh, now we need to set reverse driving. Let's come all the way back to here. Unset that. And that should be a good dump position. We switch back to reverse to here. And stop there. Alright, let's see if it'll do it. Huh. Really didn't enjoy that. The shovel positions are still set, so again, okay, it was able to load. Backing out. Clearly something is not right. Alright, let's stop that driver and let's try it again. First, I'm going to go check what's going on. Okay, this guy's doing his thing. That's fine. Alright. Try it one more time. We have our positions. Let's go ahead and set to the transport position. Very good. Alright, we want to record starting here-ish. We're going to come up to here, and that's going to be the beginning of our load. Go to here, and that'll be the end of the load. Set reverse. Unset the reverse and move forward. That's the next waiting position. Set reverse again. And stop. Hmm. I wonder why he's not. Let's look at it. I wonder if the problem is that he's running into that next course. Or that the rest of the course. I am not 100% sure. Alright, one more try. Uh, well, yep, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, how do you fix this? You fix this. There's a couple ways. We could bring another front end loader over and pick him up. That would be the official way to do it if you were doing it in real life. Or because this is a computer game, you can select him and reset him. While we're doing it, let's just reset everything that's over there. Let's stop that guy so he's not being paid anymore. And what we should find is that the bucket is still full. Can't quite see yet. Yeah, it looks like it's still full. Alright, let's try this again. I think the problem is that I'm trying to make the course too tight. I think I'm not giving enough space to do certain operations. So that's what I'm going to try this time, is making it just a little bigger all the way around. And we will see how that goes. And then maybe I can get back to baling, which was what I actually wanted to do in this episode. Having 2x on silage is not something I wanted to pass up. In fact, let's look at what Biogas 1's course is set up like, just to you know, give us another point of information. Okay, so I did it basically the same way, just bigger. Okay, well, let's try it that way, and we'll see. Oh wow, it reset all my unload positions. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, each shovelful being worth almost $3,000. That is worthwhile. Alright, so let's zoom back in. We need to set our positions. So first up, loading position is basically like that. That was interesting. Transport position is like that. Pre-unload position is like that. And unload position is like that. Perfect. And let's just go back to transport position. Now then, I want to start the course maybe right about here. Then the first waypoint, or the first wait point is right there, which is where I want to go into loading position, even though I can apparently load from transport position with it being this full. Having trouble. There we go. Gonna go reverse. Let's see if that works any better. As you'll recall, last time we got well, basically right where it's supposed to go forward again, and he just didn't. This is where I just don't understand what's happening. Oh well, I'm going to go reread the course play tutorial, and I'll be back in a minute. Recorded another one, not realizing that I wasn't recording. Couple of tips from the tutorial that I used was to go basically as straight as possible toward the dump point and away from it. So I'm going to see if that will help, and you can see the whole course here. So I managed to get loaded, but I did not unload, so I'm just going to dump that back in to get an honest test. And let's drive that. Looks like loading continues to work. Well, that works a little better. I think that's so it won't try to make turns with the bucket up like, well, okay, maybe No idea. I really was not. It seems like it's jumping between points when it wants to. Oh well, I'll let it run for a bit, see if it, see what it'll do. This guy is ready to unload. Let's get him home, and then we can go pick up our baling equipment. Actually, before I forget to, let's go save this course. Alright, so we're doing it silage, cell BGA2. After all that, I would not want to lose that course due to just forgetting to save it. So we've got 3 fields full of straw to bale. This one I forgot to turn on the swath, so it happens. Not going to worry too much about not going to worry too much about replanting right now, just because. So this guy, I want to load the transfer BGA to farm course as a transfer course, and once I dump this grass, I will go do that. And one thing I'm trying to do is basically as I empty a silo, or a bunker, or whatever you call these things, let's get out of the way. So I emptied out the first one and I blanketed the second one. So now I'm emptying the second one, and as soon as I get this emptied and compacted, I'm going to blanket the third one. And then I'll probably just go back to filling number 1. There's actually a mod I found that's a weight that makes compacting easier, but I don't have it installed right now. But it's available on the Giant site. So we blanket that, and in, I think it's like a day, we will have another bunch of silage. Oh good, he's done. And I think after last time I determined that picking up the extras at the edges is just not worth it. Let's get that that pipe in before I hit it against something. Alright, we are finally to the point of being able to do what I wanted to do in this episode, which is go get some baling equipment. So let's go pick it up. If I can avoid running into the shed, that is. And of course as far as slipping, so I have to go deal with that in a minute. I'm going to go pick up one thing and then probably just reset everything else, because I would like to get baling started. Alright, we've got a bunch of stuff here. Why is this guy over here? And stop at next trigger. Alright. Here's what's going on. We've got our tedder, which makes grass into hay. We've got our windrower that pulls things together. We've got our auto stacker that gathers bales, and we've got our actual baling machine. So this tractor is probably going to be running the baling machine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab him and take him back to the farm. And the Z-Tor is slipping now. So, yay. I think I'm going to start on the small field just because it'll be easier to do manually. Alright, so let's go ahead and reset some things. I'm going to go ahead and reset the windrower and the tedder and the auto stack. Great. Let's go unload this guy, or detach all of his things, and then we will see what we can do with it. So first things first, actually, you know what, I'm not going to start on the little field, I'm going to start on the big field, because that is where the windrower is really going to help. Actually, I think I'm going to use this tractor for the auto stacker, just because that guy can get heavy. And this guy That ended up over here somehow. Yeah. This guy is going to be my... Okay, for some reason the stopping point for the major 80 did not end up the way that I thought it would. Oh well, I'll take him back in a minute. You know, I'm just going to drop this guy off here. No, I'm not. Punch through the bushes. I tried to take those bushes down with a chainsaw. That didn't work. I wonder if you could do it with a mower. I'm not sure if you can do it, but I was thinking that might be a decent place to stack bales. Alright, let's go get the windrower, because that is what I want to start with. So for the windrower, this one is a 12.5 meter working width. So I want to make myself a fieldwork course using field 23 as the, yes, field 23 as the edge with a 12.5 meter working width. I'm going to start in the northwest corner and drive east. Let's generate that. Then I'm going to name it F23 12.5 meter. And now what's going to happen is, I think it's like 3 rows will become 1, maybe 2. The point is those rows will be right on a course, which then we can follow with the baler and with the auto stacker. Right, so now let's get the baler, and we're going to have him run field 23 12.5 meter as well. Have him run, and what we should see is he will start picking up the straw and making me nice bales of it. There's one now. Now the auto stacker, I tend to run manually. You can do it, you can build a course for it, absolutely. But you have to set a tool offset because the collector hangs out to the side. I'll show you that in a second. And then unloading, I've never been able to get it to unload quite correctly using courseplay. So I tend to just, you know, let it be the manual one. That way if a bale drops off in an odd position, I can easily pick it up too. And I'm gonna not try too hard to get this guy lined up. I'm just gonna kind of, that'll be probably fine. Alright, so the auto stacker, when we switch him into operating position, right? The thing comes out the side. So if we're building course play courses, we actually need that to be, so we need to basically follow the 12.5 meter field 23, but we need to set, let's see, oh, I'm on the wrong mode. Is it tool? Yeah, tool offset horizontal. And so we basically need to follow sort of like that. Let's go from nearest waypoint and just see if I can get the offset. So I missed one. That's working. Okay, 2.2 meters left. I'm going to stop him and let the windrower get a little bit ahead. And then I will run this guy manually. But anyway, that's the basics of baling using the auto stacker and course play. You know, you can do it if you don't want to spend the money on this trailer. You can do it with a bale fork and come pick up each one individually, but that's a lot of work. And you can see this guy holds what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, I think it's 16. This would be 14. Oh, come on. And then 15. And this next one should be 16 and should make him full. And it does. So now I'm going to move the pickup to transport position. And I think what I've decided to do for right now is I'll try to stack the bales in here. I mean that's supposed to be the area to weigh things, but hold on, I'd like to put the bales under cover somewhere. I might download a like a straw barn and place it in here somewhere. That might work better, like a place to store them. But for right now, I'd kind of like to just store a few. And then I'm probably just going to run the rest right into the the place to sell it right here because if I remember correctly, basically running this through will sell everything. Let's check. Of course, you have to navigate this thing through here. Oh, I was incorrect. I was under the impression that that would sell everything. Well, that could be significantly more irritating, I suppose is the word. Well, I'll store these. I'll store them basically right here. So this is how this guy unloads. You tell him to unload, and he's going to set it down, but then you can still move it with it there. So you can back him up, and then if you abort unloading, it'll just bring it back. But if you hit O again, oh, you unload, and it does. Huh. It did decide that part of them could be sold. That's interesting. Well, that was somewhat ineffective. Okay. Well, let's run those through again and just sell them. I'll stack them in a better place. Great. Okay. So much for that idea. Alright, well, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep this guy going. Let's get the baler restarted. You can see each bale is I'm trying to remember. I think it's 4,000. Yeah, it looks like 4,000. So each bale being 4,000, 16 bales is what, 64,000, which is significantly more than the storage trailer. So there's that. Alright, last thing is the tedder, and I am not going to deal with the tedder in this episode. I think this has gone on enough. So next step is to finish baling, get some bales stored for feed for the cows because I need that to make the compound fodder with the mixing wagon, finish selling the silage, and then replant everything. So yeah, that's going to be what I'm going to keep doing, but I'm going to end the episode here, and thanks for watching. See you next time.